And we are back, finally in the warm sun here at Wildcat Off-Road Park in East Bernstadt, Kentucky. It's getting a little bit warmer today. The breezes started to die down a little bit. The sun's coming out. It's nice. Again, we have our first half of the day. For those of you just joining us, we're here in the second half of the day, getting ready to kick off. We're going to start off with the UTV youth class, which is always an awesome time. Watching those little guys get out there and race and battle it out. And then we have UTV Bounty, and then big bouncers after that. That'll do the section for the course to our right, and then to our course to our left will be the side or the RC class, which again those guys are all down here hanging out. We got bunch of guys getting set up. I seen a booth over there. Looked like a staging booth where they're all working on some stuff. So that was super awesome to see. It's, like I said, it's good weather out here. We're getting ready to kick off the second half of the day. Had some interesting races, a few rollovers, a few breakage. So it's good times.
We need to be keeping in mind that. Sorry, I'm having trouble with all this stuff under the table. Our contenders for the Skinny Pedal Fab Award. They're the Skinny Pedal Award.
I would say Jonathan Gibbs has got to be up there with his rollover and like high flexed out tire. He's got to be up there for that.
Yeah, I'd say he's on the list. A lot of our rollovers yesterday were, like we said, just kind of like tip overs. So nothing terribly
crazy.
epic in those rollovers. But yeah, we'll have to think back on that. And you guys that are watching at home, too, if you want to nominate a driver, basically, if you're not familiar with our new Skinny Pedal Award, it was inspired by Jay Stortz's wild rollover in Texas at the beginning of the season. And it got me thinking, like, we should have just kind of a fun award for the crazy runs, the wild ones, the stuff that's not going to get you on the podium, but
it's still a really good time to watch.
You did something crazy. So Jonathan Shepard with Skinny Pedal Fab stepped up with that and is sponsoring the Skinny Pedal Award. So there will be one driver chosen from the weekend. They can be from any class that had what we're going to decide is the wildest run of the weekend, and they will receive the Skinny Pedal Award. And I think that's $250. And Jonathan told me he had some cool trophies he had made.
I would love to see the trophies for that. I'm sure it's a good time.
So you guys can help us weigh in on which drivers are in the running for that.
I'll say it looks like we got our first youth on the line down there.
Like Matt said, we are at Wildcat Off-Road Park in Kentucky. You guys are watching Hillside Live. I'm Bree. This is Matt. And we are back for round 2 of all of our classes today. About to start with UTV Youth, and then we'll go into the UTV Bounty and the Bouncer class. And then once that's done, we're going to wrap up the whole day with 2 classes of RC racing. So we've still got a lot to go here, and glad you guys can join us on the live feed.
Oh, what's up?
None other than the Zach Garner hanging out over here. I'm sure about to give some encouragement to the drivers, as he is so good at.
He's really good at that. Encouragement's a very proper way to put it.
So we have an awesome group of EMT, paramedic team, fire team. Not sure what all their designations are, but we've got a great group of them out here today. Some of them heading up to the top of the hill. We've had some hanging out at the bottom, some in the middle of the hill. They are ready to rock and roll for anybody that's getting a little too crazy out here during a run today. Glad to have those guys out here with us. Appreciate their help. I thought it was fun. I saw some of them have their phone out and videoing as the bouncers were going past them on the hill. So hopefully they're enjoying the day and maybe a change of pace a little bit, being out here from what they might be usually doing. I don't know.
When I was getting strapped to my buggy, I looked up on the hill and I just saw like 20 guys in a row all have their phones out. And it was super neat. Again, like I said, sometimes we get so focused on like doing commentary or in race mode, we forget like this is a fun time too, so it's kind of neat. I looked up and I was just like, oh, these guys are just having a good time.
It's always fun to make new fans of the sport as well.
And I'm sure this is probably one of the coolest things.
Because we get used to it. But really, rock racing is a pretty niche hobby, sport, whatever you want to call it.
And it's pretty like insane nonstop action too, where like if you were watching maybe some of the other sports they go to. Maybe not as tense, fast pace. So it's always awesome to watch. What up, bud? Jonathan Shepard, what's up, buddy?
Becky says that Johnny Gibbs definitely in the run for the skinny pedal. So we will add him to the list, and we'll see who else becomes a contender.
Yeah, he would definitely be up there. I think he had probably one of the, I guess, craziest rollovers so far.
Yeah, and Ethan Jones and Hatermaker had a rollover.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
I think what else during the bouncers. We'll think on that.
What's up, Eva Doss? My girlfriend tuned in. Watching the live feed. So I broke a ring and pinion earlier.
I can't quite tell. I think this is Jet Rooker starting us off again.
And he's racing his Ace. This is a 170 or 200cc. The Aces, I believe, are a little bit smaller than that, but he is still wanted to come out today and do some racing, so his dad brought him out. Got to talk to him a little bit during the driver's meeting this morning. It's so cute.
It's just so adorable.
It is.
And they mean business,
They
too,
do.
though.
They are not messing around. There we go.
If you're just joining us, guys, that was Jet Rookard. He just started off round 2 of the youth class out here at Wildcat. That was a 43.819.
Got Dallas Heckler in the line down there.
And if you guys pay attention, you'll see all the dads out there lining the course, pointing out which direction the kids need to go.
You can see
there's Justin Wills. You kind of see in the corner.
Just cheering on, going, come on, come on, come on.
Zach's up here at the top making sure the kids and Daniel Heckley can
get them all turned
know
around.
To make the turn around the flags.
We told Nick he needed to be on his hot stepping feet this afternoon in case they get a little squirrely.
Yeah, we've got Nick up here with a camera, so.
So that's Nick's camera angle you're watching now. So he's right next to them as they're making that turn. So, again,
oh, my goodness. The only thing that would be cuter is if they had, like, a puppy riding in there with them or something.
Again, you can barely see the helmet, peeping over the steering wheel there. So
it's so cute. Oh, she got a little confused. Come back. There you go, Dallas.
She probably wanted to go around that puddle.
Look at Jay. Is that Wade down there yelling?
Come on. That's awesome. Oh, look at Wade.
Oh, my gosh. It's more fun to watch the non-drivers out here right now.
And it's so fun to, like I said, the thing I love is they're all down there cheering them on, too.
64.616 for Dallas Heckley.
That's awesome.
All right, Clara Hoback pulling up to the line now. The Hobacks have been kind enough to let me stay in their RV the last couple races, so I've been getting to hang out with them more than I have in the past. And Clara, she kind of tends to get a little quiet in the morning on race day, and her mom Haley and I noticed that. And I was like, you know what? I used to do that too before a race day. And my friend Alicia, if those of you that watch 4x4 Nation would remember Alicia, she pointed that out to me one time. She's like, you're quiet before the race, and then you're all happy and bubbly afterwards. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I guess I am. You're thinking about it. Yeah. You're concentrating. What all do I need to do and get ready? And then afterwards you feel awesome, like you did something, So I think that's what the kids hopefully are going to be feeling after they're done with their race today. Feel that awesome, fun feeling of like you did something.
Yeah, and I feel like that sense
you completed the course.
That sense of accomplishment, I think, definitely helps them out. Again, Wade's like, no, that way. Look at Justin running down. No, we got to go this way.
Oh, no. Come on, Clara.
Jay Stortz is down there. Justin Wills is down there cheering him on. That is awesome. Getting a little air there. That was Clara Holback. Killing it.
54.395 for Clara.
And again, that's Colton Holback in her ears reading the times off to us. So.
Oh, is that Wyatt? Not Wade? I can't. Now he's behind the banner. I can't.
Wyatt?
I think it's Wyatt.
We have about 5 side-by-side drivers that all just have an all-black race suit. So Kinley Havens up here at the starting line. And that all-white side-by-side. Zach. He said, I think I heard a big turbo blow off down there. Getting Justin Wills over there cheering him on. It's so cute to see just how small scale they are with the little tires. Those tires are about 8 inches tall.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, like the head barely sticks over the steering wheel. It's so cute.
Yeah, there. Wyatt's making sure nobody misses that corner
awesome.
Again.
Yeah, Wyatt Wilson down there. Him and Justin Wills are rounding him out the corner
so
there.
Cute.
It is. It's absolutely so much fun to watch these guys get out there and battle it out. And again, there's not a lot of horsepower difference between the 170 and the 200 class. So I mean, really, they're all pretty much the same rig at this point.
45.134 was Kinley's time.
And I tell people at this point, we have some some of the classes, the young drivers are between 6 and 8 years old. So the drivers are so young. At this point, we're just trying to get them going the right direction.
Yeah.
I said, if you ever been to a Pee Wee softball game, that's kind of or a baseball game, that's kind of what this is like. This is Gatwin Wills coming off the starting line here. She went down and did a little pre-run this morning. That's her dad, Justin. It's his birthday today.
Is it just me or her front tires look like they're?
I feel like they are leaning in a little bit.
She's got like a little bit of a drift, like Cameron.
Yeah, I don't know if that's intentional or
probably not.
She bent something jumping too hard. That's race spec. Taylor says that's race spec. Well, like a trophy truck, you'll see him probably lean a little bit.
Hey, it's not slowing her down at all.
Yeah.
She's got to be ready to take those corners at high speed.
Yes. Yeah. So, again, like some trophy trucks sometimes have that little bit of a lean, but.
Oh, getting a little air. 45.032. Our fastest time right now is Jet Rookert, our very first driver, with a 43.
And I think he's one of our smallest drivers, so I'm not going to say there's a weight advantage there, but he's a pretty tiny guy.
All right, Brantley Havens on the line, and Brantley did have our fastest time for course 1. Let's see if he can hang on to that lead right now.
Again, he's running a little bit bigger tire diameter, so I don't know if that has something to do with it. Or
I think Brantley is one of our more experienced youth drivers.
Maybe.
Not his first season racing like it is for a lot of these youngsters out here.
It looks like he's cutting that corner a little bit tighter, a little faster than some of the other drivers.
He definitely looks like he knows what he's doing out there. He's got this course figured out.
Yes. Jay's down there cheering him on. Wyatt down there pointing him in the right direction. I think he's going to be our fastest time. .719. You know what? He had a 38.9 the first time on the first course, and then 38.7. Shaved a hair off of there.
Connie Black says that it was her husband, John Russell, that ran in the VIN class yesterday with Granny Annie.
Yes.
That was a lot of fun to watch, Connie. We're glad to have him
joining
us in the VIN class. Him and Bill looked like they were having a good time together.
Yeah, it looked like a really good time. And, again, that's kind of what the VIN class is about, just everybody coming out and bringing a rig that may not be quite spec race ready, having a good time.
All right, this is Rosalind Dickerson. She's going to wrap up our UTV youth class. If you're just joining us, you're watching Hillside Live. We're here at Wildcat Off-Road Park in East Bernstadt, Kentucky. And we are about to finish course number 2 for our youth class. Then we will move into UTV Bounty and then the Bouncers.
So Rosalind's getting it. Again.
That's the most adorable. I feel like if a minion was going to drive something, that's what it would look like.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
It's a white rig with a purple cage there. Sharp-looking purple cage.
Yeah, I like that purple.
Little purple purple window nuts, too. Justin Wills kind of fits right in with Justin Wills' stuff, too.
All right. 40.051. We're going to cut to a quick commercial, and then we'll be back with more racing.
When you're serious about installing the highest quality drivetrain products designed for high horsepower and bigger tires, there's only one choice. So get the power, performance, and confidence that comes with Yukon. Rev it, climb it, and rip it, knowing you're rolling the best in the industry. Built to perform. Built to last. Yukon Gear and Axle.
And we're back. All right, we just finished our UTV youth class, which, again, is 170 or 2 cc's, up to 8 years old, I think they can race. So this is obviously a very cute.
I don't think there's an age limit because I think we had an 11-year-old.
Okay.
I think it's more the 170 or the 200s. But at any rate, we did just finish round 2 for them, so we will throw that leaderboard up in just a second. We know there's plenty of family members out there of the young drivers that would like to see. Once Matt
gets
that's everything figured out here.
Yeah. How about now?
The leaderboard can be real finicky sometimes.
Okay,
Something's
whatever.
wrong with the program. There it is. Brantley Havens in the lead, followed by Rosalind Dickerson, Jet Rookard, Gatlin Wheels, Kinley Havens, Clara Hoback, Dallas Heckley, and then Gavin Roby and Josh Hammett did not make it today.
Nope.
Hopefully we'll see them out here again sometime. So that concludes the youth class for the weekend, and we are ready to move into some UTV bounty racing. Spencer Grindstaff, who was racing in Josh Allman's spot, had the fastest time on Hill 1, followed by Cooper Bentley and Travis Cooper. A lot of Coopers
There are.
up there right now.
And again, we have a lot of younger guys racing. Then we have a handful of younger drivers in this class as well.
Younger but not as young as what we just saw.
Yes.
More teenagers.
Except Sean Keller.
Once you're over 30, that is youngers.
Yes.
Younger people.
Yes. Sean Keller said feed quality is on point. RC cars would look awesome today. Yes. Our RC cars, I have a great view because they're all kind of just sitting on the hill next to me, and the chassis are just awesome. I'm a little partial to the teal and white, as you can imagine, but all of them look incredible. They all have, like, candy paint. They have little panels that all have
like somebody spilled a bag of Skittles with tires on them over there.
It is. They have little panels that have, like, all their stickers for their sponsors. They are just as precision as big bouncers, so it's super cool to see those guys get out, and it's fun to watch, too. We watched, again, there's like 40-some guys showed to Texas, and then we watched the very end. Since they have so many cars, they have a land rush start where they all take off and try to climb a hill. And it's total chaos and absolutely so much fun to watch. So I think we're about to kick off. I think this is Wade Good running Paul Wolf's old chassis, the Can-Am. I think we're getting ready to kick off. Okay.
We're listening to some of the radio chatter.
Making sure
we've got all the EMTs and fire aides where they need to be, all the volunteers.
Making sure our course is ready.
Recovery, and I think we're good to go.
Because the second course is going to be interesting, I think, today.
Now, Wade
just getting it right off the starting line.
Blew a belt on Hill 1, unfortunately.
Like, after the first half of the first course came around, and I wondered what he was doing coming down, and then we saw the belt hanging down from the bottom. Again, now they're going to head over this massive hill. They did help fill in some dirt and knock off some ledges there, but again, you can kind of see when he gets to the top how steep some of these concrete ledges are.
Well, to put it in another perspective, we raced this as a bounty last year.
Yes.
Bounty Hill, and now it's part of the race course.
And it's pretty gnarly.
How quickly things change.
He has to go up, go around a little road, and then come back down. Again, this is a super steep section here. Drop down this. Clyde said we might be racing this eventually. That's why we're kind of starting to go down it and wear a groove into it.
Clyde thought that this might be the longest bouncer course ever, or definitely up there. Really making those guys work for that top spot this weekend. But Wade's making short work of it.
A bunch of smoke coming from the engine as he crosses that finish line.
68.188 for Wade.
Setting
the bar there with it was a really smooth run.
Yeah,
I mean,
super
no
smooth.
bobbles or backups or anything like that. So
Hopefully he'll be good.
We'll see what the rest of the field can do here to shave some time off of that.
Again, that motor is smoking quite a bit, and it started smoking right as it crossed the finish line. I'm not sure what's going on there, if he had an oil leak or.
Well, I guess he's done for the day anyway now. So
at least with the side-by-sides anyway.
Yeah.
Got Daniel Callahan down there in the calloused buggy.
Oh, okay.
Again, I walked the course with him this morning, we were kind of picking each other's brains of where the line was going to be at.
Give me just a second.
Checking it all out. So, again, taking time through that kind of gauntlet there where there's 2 or 3 hills, but they're kind of off cambers, so it kind of throws you different directions. And, again, you kind of have to just romp through that section there. It's really rutted out really bad. And then, again, coming up to that big, steep ledge. Get up there. Come on. Again, they took, I believe, a track hoe and knocked off some of the edges of the big rocks up there. So it's a little bit easier. Yeah. I said they have to go up a little access road and then come right back down. And, again, it is a super steep angle right there. Videos and pictures will not do that justice. It is absolutely violent. What'd he say?
Zach said you're going to have to go up this like gas prices.
Yeah, for real. Oh, man. Got high centered a little bit there. Again, some of the side-by-side was going a little bit more left right there. I like the right side line. Come on, get up there. Oh, woo. Get a little squirrely there. Come on, get up there, get up there.
Oh.
Oh, reverse.
Oh, man.
Dang it.
Oh, and he almost saved it. Wait.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah. What? That is awesome. I would say that's got to be up there for that award.
Daniel Callahan keeping things
getting it done.
Entertaining out here.
He said, hey.
He's like, I'm not done yet.
Again, trying to get, I think, lined up now. Just make sure things straight. Hammer down. You can tell he's getting lined up set, looking at his marks. Come on. Yeah, there you go. And I think the rest of that won't be too much of an issue. A couple little stair steps at the top, and he's out the top.
That's a
161.210 for Daniel Callahan. Not going to be considered a fast run for the day, but, man, he
definitely
did not
exciting.
give up, and
Yeah.
he made it. Yeah, and it was fun to watch. We've got Gatlin Wheels here with us. Why don't you go around to the back and see if you can climb up? Or there's a step on the other side.
Got DC Thompson over here pulling the line. Okay, he's done. He's taking off. Again, DC's running that new chassis he just got done building. They were literally putting the transmission in yesterday.
Can you get in there? There you go. Gatlin, we'll watch DC's run, and then we'll chat a little bit, okay?
Okay.
Again, DC, a veteran driver, been racing season driver for quite a while for us. Always an exciting guy to watch. Come on, get up there. Again, that is just such a gnarly ledge right there. Just making quick work. Oh, whoa!
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
And apparently,
That's about an 8-foot jump right there.
did Zach just say DC has no brakes?
You know,
I don't know if he meant mentally
Yes.
or technically.
yes.
There's
Neither.
no telling with that.
Yeah,
There is no telling.
neither one would shock me with DC. Again, making quick work of that course, and out the top he goes.
Wow.
See what his time's going to be. Ooh.
65.073. That's the fastest time right now in our UTV Bounty class. We are on Hill 2. Gatlin Wheels, we've got here with us, was one of our young drivers in the UTV class this season. Gatlin, how did it feel racing out there today? Was it a fun course?
Yeah, it was really fun. I got splashed with mud in the face.
Yeah.
You guys splashed with the puddles?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did what was your favorite thing about it while you were out there racing today?
Probably just the little jump at the front.
Yeah.
Or at the end, getting there.
Did you get confused at all on the course? Because it seemed like maybe some of the others, especially on that turn down there in the ditch, got a little bit confused. Did you have any trouble with that?
Not really. But my back tires, it kept pulling me around.
Oh.
Sliding around a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about practicing? Did you pre-run this morning?
Yeah.
I seen you out there with your
That's
dad.
why you weren't confused at all.
Yeah,
then.
checking
She
the
did
course
some-
out and looking at it. And
Last night, Dad was driving my Razor around.
yeah.
Yeah.
I said, today's dad's birthday. Anything special for the birthday you guys are doing on the way home?
We're going to, I think it's called Fazoli's.
Oh, there you
We
go.
wanted
Oh,
to go there.
Fazoli's.
Yeah, I love
wow,
Fazoli's.
I haven't been there in years.
I love
I didn't
Fazoli's.
even know they were still around. Well,
Yeah.
that's fun. I
Yeah,
hope you
there's
guys
one
enjoy
right there
it.
at our hotel.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
So,
Do you think you're going to be racing the rest of the season with us? Is that your
Yeah.
plan in the youth class?
yeah.
Are you glad that we added that youth class this year?
Yeah.
And I heard you got a race suit coming in soon.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty excited about that.
Is it going to be
Yeah.
pink and purple and green? You
Of
going to match your
course.
dad?
Of course.
Yeah.
Do you like having your dad being a racer too, and you guys get to do it together? Does that add some
Yeah.
fun to it, or does it
Mhm.
like make you feel more pressure, or is it? What do you think about
It's more
that?
fun.
Yeah, I think so too. Do you want to tell a thank you to anybody?
My dad, my mom, everybody who comes out to support me, and Radical Race Gear for making me my fire suit.
Ah, yeah.
Heck yeah.
All right. Do you have racing pages with you or your dad that you want to send people to support you guys?
His
you have-
Facebook page.
Yeah.
His
Do
Facebook
you
page?
have a
TikTok.
digging deeper?
No, it's just
Page?
Justin Wills.
Just your dad,
Justin
Justin
Wills.
Wills.
And then on TikTok, it's Justin Wills too.
Oh,
All right.
there you go. Check him out on TikTok. I know your dad's probably posting videos down there getting some cool coverage. So,
Well, you did an awesome job out there today. You finished both courses. Nothing crazy happened. You didn't get lost. So good
No.
job. And will we be seeing you at Hot Springs?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. All right. Well, tell your dad happy birthday for us,
Okay.
too, if we don't get to see him up here again.
all right. We'll
Thanks
see you
for
later.
coming up, Gatlin.
Thank you.
All right. Dan Carter out on the course now. Dan, the man. Dan had a little trouble with some trees on Hill 1.
He did. And it looks like he got the buggy fixed. Is out
Broke
there
a
trashing
tie
away.
rod. Yeah, glad to see everything. Glad to see those tires pointing in the same direction now.
Yeah, again, Dan, part of that Rock Life off-road
He
crew.
threading his way
Yes.
through the trees a little more carefully this time.
Probably checked up a little bit. Again, it's kind of there's like 3 or 4 humps, and they're really loose dirt. And they're different angles. One kind of slopes straight, one kind of slopes down. So they kind of pitch you different ways. Oh, getting up there! Come on, Dan! Come on! Come on! Get up there! Here we
You know
go,
what
out the
I can't
top.
believe is that these guys are making what used to be just last year the Bounty Hill. They're just going up it like
And it was
like it's nothing. Now
really-
I know it's going to give some people more trouble, and we have some very talented drivers out here. But man,
Yes.
that just goes to show you how fast things can.
And I think we only had one bouncer
Evolve.
climb it last year, and that was Wes. We had one bouncer last year climb that. So the fact that we had one bouncer climb it last year and now side by side and shooting up it, that's pretty awesome.
Come on, Dan. I want Dan to get a finish right here.
Oh, getting squirrely up there. Come on, get up.
Dan with that Rock Life Racing group. .944. Well done, Dan. Glad to see him getting a time on the board.
Again, Dan, part of that Rock Life off-road group. They're out here this weekend making sure all our side-by-side guys stay buttoned up. And what's up, Chick McLaughlin? Heck yeah. What's up, buddy? Curtis Hazard, what's up? Yeah, Jimmy's Bill up there running around like a crazy man. Yeah, he helps take care of all of us. Chip McLaughlin, again, part of that Rufus Racing crew. Coming out of Texas. They're near our Winrock course.
All right, Tyler Bradley out on the course now.
Again, Tyler Bradley, one of our seasoned drivers.
Tyler had a solid first run.
Had a great first run. Yeah, it did very well. Again, get some points on the board.
He's been plagued with some breakage and difficulties so far this year, so glad to see him getting in some solid runs.
We have a flock of youth drivers coming up to ask their times. They are. It doesn't take them long.
They already, yeah. Like 6 years old and already coming up to look at the notebook.
Well, I'm going to try to get him up here. Come on, get up here.
Hey, guys. Hey, let's watch this. Let him finish his run, and then we'll chat with you guys, okay? Let's watch and see what Tyler does out there. Is it just me, or did he come down a different spot?
Something is squealing. Something is squealing on the front of that buggy. Getting back it up. He aired it out on that jump earlier today. I mean, backed up and just held it wide open, pinned it, launched it out the top. Oh, get a little squirrely.
Oh, no. He
got hung up in that log.
I think he's on the other side.
He is. There we go.
He'll get it. There it is.
Yeah, he was airborne for a minute there. Oh, stink.
Zach.
What'd he say?
Something about you got a ground clearance issue.
Yeah. Again, there's a couple different lines up there. Come on. There we
There
go.
it is. Nice. Way to stick with it.
There we go. All right. See what his time's going to be.
.131.217.
All right.
Will you guys tell us your names into this microphone real quick?
All right. What's your name?
Brantley Havens. Rosalind Dickerson.
And say yours again.
Kinley Havens.
There it was.
Good job.
So Rosalind, Kinley, and Brantley. Woo. You guys, let's see. Brantley, you had the fastest time. Rosalind, you had the second fastest time on Hill 2. And you guys all finished both courses. So you'll have to talk into this when you give us your answer. But Rosalind, have you raced before, or was this your first race?
This was my first race.
This was your very first race?
Wow, that is awesome.
So are you guys are brother and sister?
No, we're cousins.
You're
Oh,
cousins. Okay.
That's awesome.
You're all three
Yeah.
cousins. Awesome.
That is awesome.
So it's a family thing. So did you want to race because you saw them race?
Yeah.
And how old are you?
6.
You're 6. How old are you, bud?
10.
10? 11. Awesome. That is super cool.
So what'd you guys think of that out there?
What was your favorite part about racing today? I'll take the slap that on
Talk
there.
into that for us.
Probably the mud puddles.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's
Oh,
funny
the
because
mud puddles.
Gatlin said the one thing out that she did tell us out there, well, I got splashed by mud.
Yeah.
So you love it or you hate it, I
There you
guess.
go.
What about you, Brantley?
Probably the mud puddles and turns. I went through the mud, went straight to my eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, so Brantley, I know you've been racing before. What about you, Kinley?
For almost 3 years.
You've raced for almost oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What on earth?
Almost 3 years now.
Almost 3 years.
All right. Well,
Awesome.
It's super fun watching you guys out there. I'm glad we have our youth class this year so that we can bring y'all out and let everyone have a good time. So do you want to say thank you or say anything else before we go?
Thank you.
You're talking to that? You got anybody specific you want to say thank you to?
Just all my sponsors out there, Rock Life Off-Road and all them. Cooper
Yeah.
Custom Choppers, Dad, Mom.
Mom and Dad. Yeah. That's
All
usually what
right.
everybody wants to think.
Simple Modified
Yeah.
stuff.
Kinley, what about you?
Mom, Dad, and sponsors, and everybody else that supports me in it.
All right.
You got
Anybody?
anybody, Rosalind?
Mommy and Daddy and my sponsors.
Oh, good
All
job.
right. Well, thank
All
you guys
right.
for coming up here. Good job out there today.
That is so cute.
All right. Cooper Bentley on the course. We've had a couple questions about Paul. I believe I haven't talked to Paul myself this season, but I think he is focusing on more of the Ultra 4
Yep.
and desert racing scene.
He's doing some desert racing this
Yeah.
weekend with the San Felipe 250.
So I don't know if we'll be seeing him out here at all or not, but we definitely wish him luck with his
Yeah.
new series that he is running and focusing on this year.
Yep.
We miss having the Wolf Pack out here too.
Yeah, it's Paul's good. He's from Southern Illinois. He's down by Alton, Illinois. That's a fairly decent-sized town. Good kind of sidestepping the hill there instead of coming down the road and coming over.
Cooper had a second place finish on Hill 1.
And he's going to have a pretty good time here, too.
Oh. That's not where he wanted to be. Oh, man. It is
Come on.
throwing him
Get up
left.
there.
Back in the exact same spot. And Cooper is really fighting with this hill right now. Trying to go far right instead, but now it looks like he's getting a little turtled on that ledge.
Yeah.
Turtled, of course, being a very technical term.
Yes. Been there, done that. You know, I'm familiar with that term.
Come on, Cooper.
Get up there.
Oh,
There we
stay
Oh,
with it. Nice.
Close. Come on. There we go. Again, that last little stair step there.
You
and
know,
like
he
he's
just
out
had
the
to get
top.
a little mad.
Yeah. Yep.
.142.801 for Cooper. Again, same as Tyler Bradley, not necessarily a fast time, but
Yeah.
definitely
Getting some
they
points on the
stuck
board.
with it and
Yeah.
they finished. And I mean, this is the bounty class. It's not supposed to be easy.
No.
These guys are running the exact same course that the bouncers are on. So definitely a challenge, meant to be a challenge.
Yeah.
All right, Spencer Grindstaff is on the line. Spencer does have the fastest time from Hill 1. He's running in Joshua Allman's spot this weekend. Kind of a last-minute decision, he said, to hit the bounty class today.
And a lot of guys like to wait and see how the rig is holding up after the first. Uh-oh. No. A lot of guys like to watch, see how the rig is holding up after Friday of racing to see if they can race on Saturday. So some guys are like, I'll run bounty if I'm not broke. So if they prepaid, Clyde will usually let them transfer that to the next race or, different things depending on how good the buggy is. Again, this is such a steep rock ledge there.
Man, it's annoying because it looks like nothing on camera.
And they're making it
but
look
it's definitely
easy.
something, guys.
Yes. Again, last year, I think we had one bouncer climb this. So to give you an idea of how nasty that really is.
And the spot that he's coming down right now. I mean, of course it looks like he's just going down a little stair step, but that's a legit ledge.
Yeah.
And thanks to Bill, Bill definitely did help make it more doable.
Yes.
Those hills and prep the course. Bill put in so much work, Bill Blaisdell, and we always want to give a shout out to him. Thank him for helping to make some nice courses out here this weekend. All right, Spencer's out the top.
See what the time's going to be.
84.418. The fastest time right now is Wade Good with a 68, then DC Thompson with a 65, Dan Carter with an 82, and Spencer with an 84. And then it looks like maybe Tyler Bradley would be the 5th spot right now. Matt, you can probably tell us. You got it all lined up over there.
I do. I don't like to brag. Yeah, Wade Good sitting in first with 61. DC Thompson sitting in second. Dan Carter sitting in third. Josh Alderman or Spencer is in fourth. Tyler Bradley's in fifth. Bentley Cooper's in sixth. And Daniel
Bentley
Callahan. Cooper Bentley.
That would kind of work either way, I guess.
Cooper Bentley, Cooper. They're both cars, you know. So, number 6th, Daniel Calhoun is at 7th.
Daniel Callahan.
And we have Travis Cooper. Speaking of Coopers, we have Travis Cooper coming up right now. Again, these guys are
Look
sending
how that thing just soaks up those landings.
It does. And they are just sending it off these first 2 jumps.
Sean Donovan, no, the bouncers are not done. They will be running Hill 2 once we are done with our UTV bounty class that we're running right now. We've only got 1 or 2 drivers left in the bounty class to wrap up for the day, and then we'll be moving on to the bouncers. Then at the end of the day, we've got our RC classes. We have metal and plastic classes for RC, new for this season that we split them up like that.
Again, coming down that's about a 4-foot straight drop down. That's why guys are slowing up. And the worst part is there's kind of an undercut, so when you drop in, it almost wants to, endo you. I know a lot of drivers spent quite a bit of time up there checking it out and what their kind of game plan was. Obviously, when you're running a smaller tire, like a 20-inch tire, 25-inch tire.
Oh.
What's up?
That was crazy.
What's up, Nate Holt, my brother, tuning in? Yeah. He said he wants to see me send it off those first 2 jumps. I would if I didn't have a broken ring and pinion.
80.170 for Travis Cooper.
Yeah. Again, my brother Nate Holt tuning in. He's a hardcore off-road wheeler. Does quite a bit of off-roading. They're headed to Samore next weekend, him and some buddies. They have a big event at Samore going on. That's a park in Missouri, Southern Missouri Off-Road Ranch. With good time down there. That's some good trails. He has a Toyota truck that's one of his favorites to wheel that's slightly raisined. Slightly raisined.
All right, this is Tyler Young, and he is
okay. Tyler Young is on the line.
Listening.
Yes.
So yes, this is Tyler Young on the line. Derek Schaefer must be broke. He will not be running. So Tyler's going to wrap up our UTV Bounty Hill 2 right now, and then we'll get on to the bouncers. Clock is hot.
Again, taking his time going through there.
Time to beat right now is Wade's 68, and that was a smoking time. Wade came right out the gate with our first driver on hill 2, and nobody has
again taking his time. Again, people do not realize how massively steep that ledge is and how gnarly. Again, bouncers are going to, we've seen side-by-sides go, but I think bouncers are going to just skip right up it.
correction. Wade did have, what, you have a 61 for Wade?
Is that right?
No, he had a 68.1.
68.
So DC had a 65. DC's actually got the fastest time
Wow.
right now. 65.07.
Wow. Whoa, buddy!
Oh.
He had some issues on the first. Oh, my goodness.
Whoa!
Come on, get back over.
Wait,
Reverse.
wait.
Dang it. Man. He had some issues right on that ledge right before that. He had some issues on the first course, on the first run, and I think he just said that I'm going to make a statement. I don't want to get caught up like that, so I'm going to come off and he came off that ledge, had maybe a little bit too much bounce going into the next one, and carried over. But again, had a smoking time going for him.
Speaking of smoking,
Yes.
we got some oil dripping out
Yeah.
there.
Again, that's kind of a sucky place to be rolling right on the edge of on a ledge. Again, Keith is heading up there. Keith Toolman, one of our recovery experts. I see the driver out, so that's good. So it looks like they're getting a fire hose out. Again, if it might have some oil coming out there, want to just rinse it off to be safe. Probably smart. Again, could be just an overflow tube, vent tube. Again, that's kind of a weird angle to be rolled over at, but
Yeah.
Daniel, a great racer, came out and had a good time yesterday, and then today, obviously, competing in the UTV Bounty class.
Another great opportunity to give a shout out to the EMTs out here and the fire crew. There's a huge handful of them out here,
Yeah.
and it's awesome. We're glad to have them all over the hill, ready for anything.
You can see our recovery guys running up to Keith's truck up there so we can get him flipped back over.
Another thing that's nice when you can be so quick with any sort of fire or even rollover, beyond obviously the
Yeah.
safety to the driver or anyone near, this is expensive equipment.
Very.
The vehicles these guys are driving and everything that's out here, and the sooner you can get a fire out or get it rolled back over,
Yeah.
that matters. Trust
Yes.
me.
It
Everyone's
matters
grateful
a
for that.
Big deal. Again, normally you can flip a side-by-side over pretty easy, but where they would be standing is the downhill side.
Yeah,
so.
he's in a tricky spot, so they're going to get a winch on him from Keith Toolman up there at the top.
What's up, Brian Bebo Watt? Part of our Bouncer Life Facebook group. He's came up to us, talked to us a little bit last race, and got to share a little bit about some of the Bouncer Life group and talks about it. And again, that's a great place to go if you are in the Bouncer community or an off-road community, have a buggy, and you want to kind of make it a little more hardcore or want to find out what some of the pros use. Hop in there. A lot of guys will give you some guidance and take some of the advice with a grain of salt because guys are pretty ornery. But usually, a lot of the racers are also in that group, so they can help kind of share, what they found out that works or what maybe they found out that didn't work. Again, the bouncers usually are hitting stuff a little harder, a little faster pace than some of the guys out there trail wheeling. But it's always nice to know what works. So that way, if you do have a breakage, you can go, hey, how did some of the racers fix this? So I really appreciate a lot of guys. Brian does a great job at helping moderate that group. There's a couple of guys that are in there as moderators that help get some advice to guys, and it's always neat to see new guys joining it. And there's a lot of guys that'll jump in there and say, hey, this worked for me. How does it? Or I'm new to the sport. I want to do this. How did you guys do it? So it's always kind of cool, and I've asked questions in there before, so it's always a good time to see those guys helping out for the off-road community. So huge shout out to them. Bouncers, Sean, are getting ready to start. Again, what's up, Chip? Again, Zandy and Chip took first and second last week or 2 weeks ago at the 918 race. Alex Crouch. We were just talking to Bad Donkey. Speaking of Bad Donkey, Alex Crouch, previous driver of the Bad Donkey Buggy. Kyle Crouch was the owner. His son was Alex. So we were just talking to Kenneth Cozine up here. He was up here kind of explaining some of the stuff that he's gone through this year, the ups and downs with buggies this year. So hopefully we can get him up here later and chat about it. So it looks like they got Daniel flip back over. See if they can't get them all situated now. Again, the sun's come out a little bit, so it's pretty nice and warm right now. Again, it's about 1 o'clock here. Wildcat Off-Road Park in East Bernstadt, Kentucky. Again, not too far from Richmond, Kentucky, where I went to EKU at. Good old college. Had some good times. Got to drink some Ale-8 soda. Again, that's a soda that's bottled and distributed in Kentucky. The only time I get it is when I come to Kentucky. So I always stop at Walmart and get a case of it, restock. And again, this is our last side-by-side of the UTV Bounty Series. After him, we're going to kick off the big bouncers. You can see a bunch of the drivers down there standing watching, and they're all patiently waiting for that first bouncer to hit that big ledge. So, and we're going to go to commercial. We'll be back with our times right after this.
Presenting the all-new designs from Treadwear Apparel in 2021. Visions are better at the top. More throttle than brake, more balls than brains. If you're gonna win, you're gonna need these. Life is better topless. The NRA official flag shirts. Real trucks don't have spark plugs. No guts, no glory. Definitely no story. Your girlfriend likes it when I bounce her. Grab yourself some new merch today.
What you want. No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
The Mickey Thompson Premium Mud Terrain is on the road and full of undisputed attitude. The Baja Boss MT, No compromises, ever. We are purpose-built tires for truck and Jeep enthusiasts everywhere. All mud tires are not created equal, and here's the proof. Powerfly XD construction, asymmetrical tread design, extreme side biters, and more. Find your tire size today at MickeyThompsonTires.com.
What's up, y'all? It's Cash Troy, and this is the highway to the hill.
Got a line in my eyebrow.
Hey, gangster.
FaceTime me, I'm gangsta mode.
Jackie's gonna kill y'all. I'm a little gangster too.
And we're back. What is up, everybody? All right, we're going to run through our... hang on. Clock is hot. I hear clock is hot in the radio. Again, that's forward play. Jay Stort's coming off the line. His new buggy. It looks like there's a little bit of smoke coming out of there. Again, that's a new buggy he had built. Running a Ford motor, obviously. Buggy's name is Ford Play. Again, going a little wide there.
Missed the turn.
Yes, this is Jay Storts running through one Ford Play.
Uh-oh.
Again, there's quite a bit of smoke
We
in there.
got Daniel running up there.
Yeah. Daniel Heckley, that's his father-in-law. So Zach said he's on his phone. Knowing Jay, he probably is. He's probably like, all right, yeah, go ahead and get that delivered. We'll get that taken care of.
Jay is known for he's a very hard worker.
And lives on it. We have a lot of guys here who own businesses who live on their cell phone.
Oh, man. I don't know what.
Yeah.
Well, it did sound like it wasn't running right on earlier.
They said he broke something on the oil. Oil return, oil something.
I didn't hear it.
I heard Jack say he broke something in the oil.
Let's do a top 3 rundown from Bounty Hill 1 while we've got a second here. DC Thompson had the fastest time, followed by Wade Good and then Travis Cooper. There's our leaderboard there.
Again, that was DC Thompson coming in first, Wade Good second, Travis Cooper third, Dan Carter coming in fourth, Josh Allman, which was Spencer coming in fifth there. That's your top 5. Tyler Bradley sixth, Cooper Bentley seventh, Daniel Calhoun eighth, and then we had a few guys. The rest of those guys are the guys that didn't show up for their spot.
We've got Keith rolling down there.
That's never good.
That's never a good sign.
You hate to see Keith Toolman rolling down in the that big heavy hauler. You hate to see that. Again, Keith is a super awesome guy. I've used him, unfortunately, way more often than I should. He has a bunch of tools on his truck, welder, parts, a bunch of stuff. Has a porta power so we can do some. We've done some light welding. Welded some stuff to get it back on the trailer. Again, there's an outlet so you can plug in a grinder or something if you need to, drill. We used, I remember we took a bolt one time and ground the head off and jammed it in so Bubba Bacon could make his pass a few years ago at Flat Nasty at their new park. So
do what you got to do.
Yeah, Dirt Nasty's new park. So hate to see hate to see him pulling towards you, but it's always a really comforting thing. Him and his wife are super, super nice. They help take care of a lot of the racers, and I know he has a ton of tools and a ton of parts on it. So, again, we really appreciate Keith coming up and helping us all out. But you hate to see him head towards you, but you're glad he's there, you know?
Yeah.
What's up, Nick Campbell, jumping in there?
Bebo, what's up? He says, we wish we were there racing, but working and waiting on parts. Definitely, that's part of life. We've all heard that or been there before.
He asked if you got your hot chocolate.
Did I get my hot chocolate? Funny story.
Well.
I did get my hot chocolate. There's a lovely vendor down here that had hot chocolate, and I drank about half of it. And then the wind blew it over on the table. It, flooded my binder, went into the open pocket of my backpack, of course, that was sitting right there. Got all over my pants, my cooler, and then, of course, I didn't get to drink it. So I got half of a cup of hot chocolate.
So she got some.
I got a little bit. We'll focus on the positive.
Alex Crouch was asking about the requirements for the stock class. You can hop on the website. I'll give you kind of the gist of it. It has to have the same style of suspension as it has from the factory. So like a Jeep Cherokee has a coil in the front and a leaf spring in the rear. It has to remain with a coil spring in the front and a leaf in the rear, where a Jeep Grand Cherokee has coil springs front and rear, so you can run coil springs front and rear. You can do a lift kit as much as you want. I think you can change out your axles, so you can run different axles. So we have guys running 110 axles. You can run, most guys just run the stock axle or something similar to it. You can run up to a 38-inch DOT tire. For 4600 class for Ultra 4, it's a 45, so a 35. So a lot of guys run a 35-inch tire instead of a 38. So there's a little bit of wiggle room there. Again, it has to be a DOT tire. And then you have to have the first foot or two of the left frame, the last foot or two can be changed for bumper modifications, but it has to be essentially the same frame as came out from the VIN. From the factory. And then obviously there's some safety requirements. You know, again, we'd like to see a roll cage in it, 5-way harness, racing seats, fire extinguishers, kind of the same stuff we have in the big bouncers as far as safety stuff goes. But again, they're looking more for it's kind of a stock class. You can modify some things. The engine and the transmission have to be the original engine and transmission that came out in that year or make and model of that vehicle. So you can
now. Alex, were you talking about the VIN class or the UTV stock class? Because those are two different things.
Yes. I assumed he was talking about the VIN class, but maybe meant stock.
But you can go to nationalrockracing.com. Anybody that's out there that is pondering getting involved with racing and wants to know about the specifications, go to nationalrockracing.com, and you can find all of the requirements listed there for each class. You can also find our driver profiles for our seasoned drivers if you want to learn a little more about them. And we've got some merch on there and a few other things on the website. Our event schedule for the rest of the year, if you want to look and see what's coming up and maybe be able to come to a race in person, then you can find all that at nationalrockracing.com. Our next event will be April 8th and 9th in Hot Springs, Arkansas. First time that we have had a season race, a series race at Hot Springs in about 8 years. The best Matt and I could figure earlier.
I'm sure someone on the live feed will correct us if we're wrong.
So we're excited to be heading back there. That's a fun park and lots of good trail riding there. If you like to come and watch and then be able to take off and spend some time riding as well. Hope to be able to see you guys there. Tim Cameron is on the line. It looks like they got Jay off the course. Still not sure what happened to Ford play.
I heard something about Jack say something about oil. So I'm not sure if he broke an oil return or oil line, oil cooler or something.
All right, so Alex was talking about the UTV stock class. Well, now you know about the VIN class, too. But, again, just head to the website, and all the requirements for the classes are on there.
Again, this is Tim Cameron. He's going to be our second bouncer driver.
If you're just joining us, this is Hill 2 for the bouncers. Jay Storts was our first driver with the DNF, just got pulled off. Tim Cameron on the line now. You're watching Hillside Live here at Wildcat Off-Road Park in Kentucky. Once we're done with Hill 2 for the bouncers, we have some RC racing to round out the day.
Oh, boy.
Whoa!
Oh, my goodness. He did not mean to hit that hard. He just jumped from one rock to the next. Wow. That was awesome. Getting up there quick. Jeez Louise. Wow. He massively sent that. I mean, just leap from one. I think I've seen him do that before with a big bouncer. Again, leaping down that second course, or second ledge, coming around. Jumping out the top. Woo! And Timmy, woo!
62.055. I think that's the first we've seen of anybody kind of be able to clear it from rock to rock. And that does seem like something that Timmy planned to do, though.
No, I do not
I think he was looking to make up some time and just jump right over that.
I don't think he planned to do that at all.
You don't think so?
No. I think I have seen him jump.
I don't know about how the way it kind of donkey kicked him. He might not have planned on, but I don't know. I bet you he meant to jump that.
I have seen him jump from that first rock to the second one.
Guess we'll just have to ask
in
him
a different
and find out.
chassis, but not. Wow. Wow. Jeez Louise, he jumped hard. That's got to be one of our contingency, I think, for the. He didn't roll over, but that was definitely one of the showstopper moments today.
All right, Colby Reich is on the line now. We mentioned earlier Colby a year ago here at Wildcat is kind of where his journey into the racing scene began. Colby was one of the responders helping with Wes when the fire happened. And then shortly after, he won this Modern Warfare in the raffle, renamed it 8 Up in honor of Fire Engine 8 that he rides at work. He's a fireman.
And absolutely getting it done this weekend.
And it's pretty cool to see him back out here a year later and to have had him be racing with us and have gotten into the sport.
He did a little racing with us last year. And did.
Yeah, he did.
I love the wrap, because it's like the 7 Up logo, but has an 8 in it, so it's super, super cool. Again, he's a newer driver. I guess last year would have been his rookie.
Super nice guy. I haven't really gotten to talk to him much. He was at Windrock, and Matt and I spend most of our time in the production trailer. So we at the drivers' meeting and running around during a lunch break is about what we get to talk with the drivers, unless we get here, on a Thursday night or something. But so I haven't gotten to catch up with him this year, but it's a super nice guy. I think I got the details correct as far as the retelling of the name 8 Up and him getting it, the fire engine that he rides and everything. But if not, that's my bad. But as far as I remember,
I think he also has a landscaping business as well. He has a business of some sort, which is funny because I think most of our guys do, of some sort. I know we have several guys who own several businesses as well.
It takes a lot to feed these machines.
Yeah. Again, Colby lives about 45 minutes away from here, so this is like his hometown park.
I wish I lived 45 minutes away from any park.
Me too. All right, out the top.
98.598.
Quick time.
Awesome job from Colby being able to complete both of these super tough courses today.
Shane Welch said that was totally planned.
I think it was. Kyle, yes, this is a year ago, the park where Wes had his accident.
Yeah.
So back out here making some good new memories.
Good
this
new
year.
memories.
And man, that was something I know all of us, everyone that knows anything about it, hopes never happens again and never has to witness again.
Yes.
But so glad to see, man, Wes is one tough cookie. He was racing just last weekend at Disney.
Yeah, just a beast mode guy.
He's amazing. So glad to be back out here at Wildcat and have a chance to make some new good memories out here.
Again, this is Trent Gladcliffe sitting on the line here. Okay, we're getting a tree. I'm getting word in our headset that our tree is getting moved out of the course. Apparently he hit a tree or knocked a tree. I've seen a couple of trees get moved today. Again, where that little access road is between the uphill and downhill section, they made a little road, so I'm sure there's some debris there. When you get a 43 sticky tire turning fast, it'll clear some debris pretty quick.
Things tend to move.
Yeah. Coming around, checking up. Matt Buxton says he knows where the gas pedal's at. He meant to jump it. Sean Keller, what's up, buddy? You know, I just got a Riff RC car, so I was going to race in Texas, and then I saw 40-some guys show up with, like, custom rigs, and I was like, you know, I'll consider this one out. Like, these are clearly professionals. I'm like,
did you chicken out?
I don't want to brag, but I did probably. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Brag about chickening out?
Yeah. Trying to get his line set up there.
Trent Ratcliffe, one of our drivers that made the shift from UTV racing into the big bouncers. Getting some seat time in Sucker Punch, the few races. Last year he did a couple with us, and then he was at Windrock earlier this year as well in the bouncer.
Again, you can see how big of a drop-off right there. Again, taking his time coming downhill. There's a lot of loose dirt there as well.
He's got 2/3 of the course done now. Come on, Trent.
Again, took his time setting it up on this hill.
Oh, man, so close.
Go, baby, go. Out the top.
Good for him. 118.506.
Wow. Okay, so everybody's been asking about Wes this weekend. He just jumped in the live feed. He broke a drive shaft at Disney on his third or fourth run. He was racing Adam Coons, came up, hit a rock ledge, and he stopped, and we weren't sure what happened. Ended up breaking a drive shaft. I'm not sure if the yoke broke or the U-joint, and swung around and hit his leg pretty hard. And everybody was like, oh, we think it broke his leg. And then he was walking on it. Like, oh, it's walking on it. I said, yeah, but that's Wes.
But that's Wes.
So we don't really know if it's broke or not. And he just hopped on and said, it broke my leg in Oklahoma when the drive shaft broke. He said, I wanted to be here, meaning he wanted to be here at this race at Wildcat. Kind of like climbing back on the horse and saying, hey, screw you, pal. I'm going to beat this sucker. And Wes would have absolutely been here kicking butt if he didn't have a broken leg also now. Like,
Wes, it's good to hear from you, man.
It is.
And we've had a lot of people asking about you. And, you know, Matt and I like to be respectful when we're sharing things on the live feed that might be, you know, personal.
Yes.
So always better to let the person themselves jump in and share however much you want to. So good to hear from you, Wes. We wish you were out here with us today.
Again, this is Kenneth Cozine here.
Hope you heal up quick.
Yeah, me too. This is Kenneth Cozine in Karma. Again, hopefully get him up here. He had some issues with his buggy trying to get it built. He had the dash redone and some other stuff. He got redone in his buggy. And then he raced it last weekend. Actually got it all together, raced it. Ooh, getting a little squirrely there. Raced it last weekend and then blew the motor up in it on the Bounty course. So it's at home. He's trying to get it put back together. In the meantime, he went back to Shelby St. Clair and said, hey, buddy, old pal, you mind if I borrow that buggy?
So about that buggy.
Yeah, about that buggy. He raced this in Texas this year. They had a harmonic balance, or a idler pulley or a tensioner pulley or something had an issue, and then it throwing the belt off. So, again, that's a super rough section there. They're coming down. So, again, Kenneth Cozine, a racing Bad Donkey, heck of a driver. I mean, this guy is a straight wheel man. Uh-oh.
You know, to run a course like this in a buggy that
something transmission
you're not that familiar with, you know, or it's not what you're used to running.
You could hear it click, and then as he was coming down, it was like trying to catch a gear. So I don't know if he broke a sprag in the transmission, but I think he's done.
Well, the steering wheel's off.
Yeah, that's not good.
But, that doesn't always mean anything because
Yes.
Wade finished a section of the
Yes.
race yesterday with his steering wheel unattached.
And set like
somehow.
the second fastest time of the day, too. I don't know if he broke a sprag in the transmission. You can hear it kind of starting to catch, but it could be a transfer case as well. But as he hit that lip, you could hear it instantly go into what appeared to be neutral. And then it didn't look like any of the tires were turning. Oh, I see a belt coming off. Yeah, they had some issues in Texas with the belt. And he said it was I can't remember if it was an idler pulley or a tensioner pulley. Did you catch that? Quick McGee there. So, again, Kenneth, frustrating, obviously. He just took his belt and threw it in the air. You hate, that's just such a frustrating day to come down. And again, Kenneth, an amazing racer. 2 hardest courses we've had for a long time, going up and going down those big rock ledges. And obviously smoked those with no problem. Coming over here and had this last dirt section and just, unfortunately wasn't able to get it done. Okay. Again, having him right there in the background. Man, you hate to see that happen. It's also kind of, I love being outside in our table here so you can kind of see all the action. Again, it sounded like it was clicking, so I'm not sure if there's I think he's trying to get it starting back up. Again, if you throw a belt like that, your steering will kind of work as you're driving. The hydraulic fluid will still allow the wheels to turn a little bit, but not near as good. And obviously you don't have an alternator or a water pump, so you can still drive the vehicle really short distances, or you can go really fast for a minute or so. Obviously the engine's going to heat up pretty quickly. Most of these buggies have the radiator mount in the rear and fluid going through the tube, so there's enough fluid that it does take a minute to heat up, so you can drive a really short distance, so you can at least get it off the track, put it where he wants to go until he gets the belt put back on or whatever, but see if he can't get it back in there. I'm trying to watch to see if he's shifting it with. Yeah. I think he broke something in the transmission or transfer case, probably transmission, and then when it high revved that RPM real high and went instantly to 6,000 RPMs, that's when it threw the belt off. So I think the belt must have been a secondary issue to a driveline problem. Again, trying to figure out what's going on. It looks like they're going to try to roll him back. Keith is up there with Kenneth, so they can hopefully get him towed out of the way. And you hate to see that.
There you go.
Keith could hook onto him and kind of drag him back out of the way, at least to get the course clear. Again, you hate to stink and see that, just because Kenneth's such a hard and fierce racer. Again, anybody who's seen him drive Bad Donkey before knows, this guy is not afraid to absolutely hammer down. So,
I think Keith's trying to help him straighten out those front tires.
Yeah. Again, Keith has a receiver on the back of his axle that has a strap hook to it, and they kind of just has about 10 feet in there, kind of just throws it in the bed, so that way you can back up. You just pull it out, hook to you, and he's done this once or twice. Unfortunately, he does quite a bit of recovery for the Southern Rock Racing Series. Unfortunately,
always a good
dial it down, Taylor.
Good man to have around.
I recovered myself today, even in two-wheel drive, ish. It would still make contact. The ring and pinion would still make contact every once in a while. So it was more of a crunchy.
Got a few teeth left in there.
Yeah, it's a crunchy part-time four-wheel drive. Yeah, you know what? I tried. Was close enough. I thought about it, but I thought, you know what? My luck, I'd break something else. Oh, that's right. Taylor saying I should Jake Pike it. I miss him.
As in hit the hill and
two-wheel drive. Just like. It's like the movie Replacements. He just takes a drag, a cigarette, and throws it out. He's like, all right, I'm going to kick the field goal. Whatever. It's super great.
Yes, just like that, man.
Just like that. Line up, say, here, screw it, we'll do it.
Man, I hate that for Kenneth.
I know.
He's had some
crazy issues
bad
this year.
luck this year.
All right, we're getting clear
We might need to move this camera.
Yeah. Hey. He isn't. Go ahead. Yeah. Stu can't get him moved out of the way here. Yeah. Kenneth is working right now to turn that steering wheel.
Do I?
Yeah. Oh. Okay, so I'm hearing Clyde say he thinks Timmy and Wade are tied for points for the championship right as of right now. Oh, David Reich hopped on here. Said Colby, 8-Up Racing, Lexington firefighter, Lincoln County Sheriff Department. He owns Colby's Lawn Service and Landscaping. And here is Brewery. I knew he was part owner of owner of some type of bar because he was talking about heading down to the bar later. And I was like, oh, head to the bar? And like made a joke. And he's like, no, I own one. I was like, oh, okay. All right, cool. Love rocks racing and crawling. Great people involved in the sport. His dad and I love watching him race. Yeah, it's a good time. We love coming out.
As his dad, I love watching him race. That's from David. Thanks for giving us some details there, David. Colby, love having Colby out here racing with us.
Yeah.
Okay, so Wade is on the line.
And I think this is probably going to be the most kamikaze run today.
He is battling it out points-wise with Timmy.
Shelby St. Clair said, hey, what happened to Colby? Or Kenneth Cozine? Well, it's a long story.
Oh, that was him that just got dragged out of here.
I think he broke on the transmission.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what he broke.
And then threw a barrel. My guess is a Sprague. Tim Bacon hopping in. What's up, Tim? Part of the Bacon family again.
All right, y'all pay attention now.
I think Wade and Timmy, as of right this second, are tied for the championship. And we're about to see, I think, him try to set it off right now. Timmy came out and made a pretty quick pass. Does Wade have enough to beat him?
Timmy's time was a 62.0.
Again, Wade is right there with him right now.
Buggy sounding good.
It is. Ripping that top rip. Oh, nice little jump there. Again, you can tell the buggy isn't quite running right. You can hear it coughing up a little bit. Again, Wade is absolutely pushing that ragged edge. And that might. Oh! Oh! Wow! Wow!
59.088.
Yeah.
And probably rolling through the finish line on maybe one wheel.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness, y'all. That is the new leader right now.
Wow.
59.
Yeah, buddy. That is awesome. Heck yeah.
I think he's feeling pretty good.
He is definitely feeling good. That all-good race team running through there. Again, he'd like to thank Chris.
Oh, I missed a perfect opportunity.
Yes.
He's feeling pretty good.
Feeling pretty good.
You guys probably can't hear, but the crowd is cheering.
Wild.
They're loving it. They're loving it. Wade just put himself in the lead for the championship currently now. Of course, we're only 3 races into the season.
Yes.
But,
yes.
Yeah, he just smoked Timmy's time.
By 3 seconds.
That was awesome. Well done, sir.
Almost 3 seconds he beat Timmy by. And Timmy wasn't leaving much on the board either, which is showing how ragged Wade is running right now.
Wade is feeling good right now. All right, we've got about half of our drivers left for Hill 2.
as he left the course and like one tire.
He's still revving it down there.
Wait.
Justin Wills is on the line.
Yeah, Justin Wills' birthday today. He's turning 38. Yesterday he said, "I'm still 37." Again, it's hard to miss him in that giant purple and pink buggy. His race suits, his hoodies, his truck and trailer, it's all pink and purple.
Very distinctive.
Yes.
Very easy to find in the parking lot.
It is very hard to miss him. And again, he drives, he's about 850 horsepower, and he drives it every ounce of that horsepower.
I wonder what happened to that purple light whip.
I know. It's incredible how they're just smoothing right up that hill.
That looks like the easiest part of the course.
Oh, buddy.
Whoa.
I think so, too. A couple guys said they were more scared of going downhill than they were uphill. I was like, yeah, it's pretty rough when you roll downhill.
I don't know. You just got to be able to stay in the gas.
Yeah.
A little controlled madness on the way down.
It really is. And there's a very fine line between like running ragged and a race pace, you know. Again, Justin Wills out the top.
77.613. Just 3 bouncers left. It looks like we've had some attrition here, some breakage.
I wasn't sure if is that Brandon Davis pulling on?
That is Brandon.
And he was one of the guys I was wondering if was going to be able to get it going because he had to get towed back to the hill after he finished. So I really wasn't sure what was going to be up with him.
Yeah, we still don't know what happened with that.
There we go. Again, Justin Wills with a digging deeper. That's a good-looking buggy. And he drives the heckin' wheels off that thing.
Matt, maybe you should add some purple with your teal and white.
Yeah, we've talked about doing a little pink.
It's not a bad combo.
Yeah. Pink and green. Throwing some little neon colors in there. 90 rad vibe.
So Brandon Davis, and then who's that behind? Is that Daniel behind him? And then Johnny Gibbs, I think.
Yeah.
Jerry Paul didn't break anything, did he? It looks like he might be out, though. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. Again, Andy says running ragged will eventually cause a DNF. And honestly, I think that's kind of what Timmy is thinking. Timmy is thinking if I can push Wade to where he has to run ragged, eventually he'll make a mistake, and hopefully he can capitalize on it when he does. Whoa, Brandon.
Whoa. Speaking of running ragged.
I don't know what got into Brandon today, but he is just full tilt right now. He hit both of those
What
jumps.
got into him was he finished 4th yesterday, and he doesn't like that. He's got to hold down that 3rd place podium.
He is absolutely set on fire.
We call Brandon Mr. Consistency.
Oh, hit a tree.
Oh, because he is one of our most consistent drivers. He usually manages to get onto the podium.
Yeah.
I know he'd probably like to step up one or two of those spots,
he
though.
would. It was funny. He got second in the stock class. He's like, I'm not sure how this feels. Because he's been consistently third on the podium, for a year.
To the point where now it's just like funny now.
Yes. Hear that IFS squeaking as he's coming around the corner there. Out the top. Again, see what his time is.
72.864.
And again, it would have been a hair faster if he hadn't clipped that tree. Still puts him at third place for this course. So I think he's still sitting on the podium. We still got Daniel Heckley, which is going to try to knock him down. Jerry and Johnny. Oh, it got a flat tire, too.
Sure does.
Might have cut it on a rock coming down that ledge. Ethan Jones sounds like he's out.
All right, so Ethan Jones is out. Looks like Daniel and Johnny left.
And Jerry.
I think she just said 2. Yeah.
Okay, maybe Jerry isn't.
I don't know.
There you go. I think this is Daniel Heckler sitting in line. See that one little light in the front? There we go. Daniel Heckler in the line. Getting that TC built chassis.
Speak of the devil, he shall appear. We got hell-bent on the line. Daniel Heckling trying to work his way in that third-place position. If he can pull off something good right here, that's going to bring it down to time between him and Brandon.
Again, Daniel's going to try to set this course on fire as well. He was finished, I think, third, on the first course. Ooh!
Oh, no!
He's definitely going to get hung up there.
Taking that Dan Carter line.
Yeah.
Get out of the trees, Dan. Daniel.
Come on, get up there. And they weren't hitting it with a ton of speed, really, is what kind of amazed me. They were kind of rolling up to it and just blasting up it. And again, this was a course that one bouncer made last year. Now, granted, it was a lot wetter, but again, he just leaped down that. He is driving the heck out of that thing. Good Godfrey, he is moving. Again, he is just a wild man today. Let's see what his time's going to be.
74.559.
Ooh. That puts him at 4th place for the second course.
All right, Johnny Gibbs is going to wrap up our bouncer class.
Ashley Callahan said, a good day of racing. I said, I agree.
It is a good day of racing.
Warm weather, ended up being a warm day. Awesome course, a fun course,
Who
too.
would have thought we'd have all this sun today? Yesterday, we were all expecting rain and clouds and cold. This is a very pleasant surprise. I can actually take my gloves off now. Finally.
Hey, ask Clyde if I need to go down and attempt the course. Tebble gets... Uh-oh. He blew a tire off?
All right, we're listening for a second, guys.
Wonder if they said tires off. Does that mean he blew a tire off the bead?
Who said that?
Or does that mean he broke a tire clean off the buggy? All right.
All right. Daniel's at the top of the hill, possibly missing a tire?
Don't worry.
Tell him I will.
Keith is going to go get him out of the way so that Johnny can run.
Yeah, appreciate that. I know. Keith heading up there.
Gary Ann is running around with a taser right now, trying to talk people into letting her test it out.
She told him she'd give him a smart car. You don't own one of those, do you?
That wasn't Zach. Who was that?
Was it Zach or Jack?
right.
What's the bet?
Oh, my goodness. I just got the times on that little competition for 3rd place. And I ain't going to tell y'all. But
Who?
Daniel and Brandon.
It's going to be awesome. We're going to find out at the podium.
Who won?
Daniel.
Daniel?
All right, so I'm going to try and recap what we
Yes.
just heard on the radio. Apparently there was a bet between Brandon and Daniel.
Brandon Davis.
Brandon Davis and Daniel
Heckley.
Heckley. And who was going to win between them a few $100 or something
And
for
I'm
their
sure.
bet.
And I'm sure that bet happened after the first course when they were neck and neck.
And
So
it came down to they tied in points, but Daniel got him with combined times by, what did he say, like 0.6 seconds?
Yeah, 0.2 seconds, something like that. It's insane.
Yeah. So. Oh, no, but apparently once Daniel crossed the finish line, he broke the whole wheel off.
Wow. I don't rip the
at the
studs
top
out.
where we can't see it. You gotta at least do it where someone can see you. You can't win the Skinny Pedal Award if we can't see it happen.
That's definitely a contender. He was full tilt head through there. So it's funny that, like, those guys were pushing that hard. Him and Brandon both blazing through there.
I see
both,
a wheel up on top of the buggy
both
right now.
blazing through there for $350. Again, he might have broke the wheel studs off. Again, he was hitting that really hard. Again, we got Jonathan Gibbs left this afternoon, and he'll be our last bouncer.
All right, Johnny Gibbs in half-ton Hero.
I think the course is clear.
Transmission freshly
Yes.
installed as of like yesterday or this morning.
Brand new Fritz transmission.
Oh.
He might have lost steering because he rolled.
Oh.
No.
Okay. Not sure what was going on there.
It looked like he turned his wheel and it didn't steer.
Oh.
That's. Yeah. I don't know if to throw a belt or.
We know it can't be that brand new transmission that he just put in.
The fact he just rolled forward like an extra 40 feet makes me think it might be he might have thrown a belt or have some type of steering issue.
Well, it doesn't seem like he's letting it stop him so far.
Yeah. He's not. He's kind of like Wes. He's like, it's okay. I'll be close. No big deal. Okay, here we go. Oh, kind of jumping through it. Again, that was a couple guys that made comments about trying to jump through there. Here we go. Jumping out the top there. That Holly EFI launch. Come on. Get up there. Getting romping through it. Out the top he goes. All right, he had a 95.051, and we will go to commercial and be right back after these messages.
What you want? No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
And we're back. All right, we'll run through our top 10 bouncers there again with a smoking kamikaze time. Wade Good coming in first place, knocking Tim Cameron to second. Brandon Davis squeaking in third for the second course. Daniel Heckley coming in fourth. Justin Wills, Mr. Birthday Boy, coming in fifth place. Johnny Gibbs coming in sixth. Colby Wright coming in seventh. Trent Radcliffe coming in eighth. And Matt Holt coming in ninth. And Jay Swartz coming in 10th.
Pretty sure Johnny just backflipped down
What?
the hill. He's on all fours now.
Okay, all right,
But
cool.
he was definitely in the air.
Okay, that's your top 10. Appreciate the
Wait,
leaderboard.
that's not. Who is that?
He was heading that way. I'm sure it's him. He was over there playing around, having a good time. Just, partying like
You
usual.
didn't get enough during the race, apparently. Yes. But that does wrap up our bouncer class, our UTV classes. All that's left today is the RCs. We've got our metal and plastic classes. Those guys are gearing up for a fun time of racing, too. So thanks for joining us on Hillside Live this weekend, guys. We'll be back April 8th and 9th in Hot Springs, Arkansas for a lot more fun.
Yep.
So I guess we'll see you then.
See you guys later.